Hey, what's going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life, in the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Good freaking afternoon to you. Happy Wednesday. Yep, I still will be doing Generational Wealth Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time tonight. But 7 p.m. ET, Eastern time, EST. But I wanted to hop on here and share just some thoughts, my thoughts real quick with you guys on Jeremy Hogan from Legal Briefs, a recent video about what he believes is Ripple's play, at least their initial play in this lawsuit. And it is very, very encouraging. So listen, there's some people out there in the world in terms of XRP hodlers that you want to pay attention to right now in reference to this SEC lawsuit. Not in any specific order, okay? Number one, Jeremy Hogan from Legal Briefs. Number two, John Deaton, Deaton. You want to follow him on Twitter, follow him on YouTube. He has a YouTube channel. It's called John Deaton. Jeremy Hogan's YouTube channel is Legal Briefs, okay? And then check out what Jesse Hines has to say. Check out, in my opinion, on Twitter. Check out what James K. Filan, I believe is how you pronounce it, Filan, James F. Filan, Filan on Twitter. Yeah, just go follow them, see what they have to say, get a better perspective, again, from attorneys. I think it's hugely important. Mr. Filan is actually a defense lawyer and former federal prosecutor. Important to get a different perspective on what is going on with the Ripple versus the SEC lawsuit. So Jeremy Hogan today in his video had mentioned after going back and looking over the responses and the lawsuit and all this different stuff at Ripple, check out his latest video for sure. He found that it looks as though it said something about ongoing sales. Ripple said something about ongoing sales. And so Jeremy believes that what Ripple is going to do, obviously, is one of the part of the defenses is to say, what about current and ongoing sales? Can we come to or ask for a summary judgment from the judge on the current and ongoing sales, right? So current and future sales, current and future sales. Well, why do that? Because what that does is it allows Ripple to move forward in their business model. And also it allows Ripple to get this judgment on this particular thing quicker, sooner, rather than later. And that's the thing that I said a few weeks back when I was saying that the judge usually gives some kind of blah 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 during the middle of the lawsuit. That's what I was looking for, summary judgment, right? And it's kind of one of these things that really kind of speaks to perhaps where the case may be going, right? Who's 59-41, who's up, right? That type deal. So the summary judgment is something that with the current sales and ongoing sales of Ripple is something that Ripple can ask for, and they did say, in fact, that they were going to do it, which means this is something that can be done sooner rather than later, right? So I think maybe the big full picture of the lawsuit, sure, that might take until August of September, but something like this summary judgment on the current sales of XRP and the ongoing sales of XRP is something that the judge, the Honorable Annalisa Torres, can rule on fairly quickly, right? So April, perhaps, right? And again, what that does is it allows Ripple and its business model to move forward, right? To move forward, and then they can kind of deal with the prior sales, if you understand what I'm saying, And we all know, I don't think there's anybody who thinks that Ripple is not going to have to come out of pocket. This whole disgorgement thing and what that's going to look like, I don't know what that's going to look like. Who are they going to pay back? Who are they going to pay back? I don't know. Who's Ripple going to pay back? Us? Are they going to pay back the retail? I don't know. So, but Ripple is most focused on, they got the cash, they got plenty of cash. What they want to do is be able to move forward in their business. And so again, current and ongoing sales and kind of future sales is what they really would like to get an answer to. Like, in other words, what Jeremy Hogan was saying was kind of spelling out the definition of security and this contract, if you will, and how both the SEC, everyone in the SEC, Hester Peirce and Clayton, have said that it could start one way and end up being a different thing, right? They said that about Ethereum, and Ripple is going to kind of move with that as well. Okay, so 2014, 15, okay, we can discuss that later. But now, we've probably changed, right? Because of this and this. I mean, the XRPL Foundation, Spring, right? Give all these different examples of businesses running using XRP without Ripple, like Coil, Cinnamon Video, you see what I'm saying? That type of deal. So they can kind of the judge would be easily able to, kind of do this summary judgment, and the SEC can perhaps maybe come to a settlement on that, or the judge can give a summary judgment on that. And it's looking like that's possibly something that Ripple can win now. And that's important because, right, I think once we get that, look, do you and I, are we concerned about whether or not Ripple, the company, sold XRP as securities in 2014? Or it was sold as a security, quote unquote, in 2014? I mean, what did the digital asset space look like in 2014? And what did it look like in 2015? I mean, this is 2021. You think the digital asset space is huge? You think there's a massive participation going on right now? Yeah, not so much. I'm sure it's still under 2% of the globe. I'm sure it's still under 2%. So what was it in 2014, for crying out loud? And I mean, look, disgorgement, whether Larson or Garlinghouse gets their personal cases dismissed or not, that's another thing. But trust me when I tell you that they both got the money to pay for it. What they don't want happening is their business operations slowing down, right? That's what they don't want. No one wants that. And also the SEC, look, there's some things that they probably don't want to start exposing or letting the world know about. And if we know that, the people at Ripple know that, just like Jeremy Hogan was saying, and their response and the SEC's response to Ripple's defenses, right? He said one of those three things is the SEC is probably not wanting to spill the beans on something about Bitcoin and something about Ethereum and how they came to those conclusions, right? And so it'll be interesting to see how this looks. But if Jeremy is right, and it just does make sense, if Jeremy is right that part of Ripple's strategy is to look for this summary judgment on the ongoing, or if you will, current and future sales of XRP, and get this summary judgment in, and if you will, be able to make an argument of how different XRP is today versus how it was in 2014. That would be great, and hopefully that is your strategy. Because we all know the SEC and Ripple want to get this over sooner rather than later. And this would be a good one, right? So, okay, Ripple runs the summary judgment, current and ongoing sales. Ripple loses the 2014, 2015, 2016, who knows, sales of XRP. They come to some type of settlement. There's a fine, right? But again, that can be argued and argued and argued and argued and argued and argued and argued, right? 2015 and 2014 sales. But currently, we can come to a conclusion pretty quick, and that's what I think both the SEC and Ripper want, and all of us want as well. So that would be really, really cool, because that would be hugely, massively positive news. The exchanges, like Jeremy mentions, they can begin to relist, right? That would be absolutely massive, and add to the regular run, the altcoin run that XRP is going to have. So that's kind of my thoughts on that there. Listen, I listened to BC Backer today. He was really, really excited. Shout out to BC Backer. So he was really, really excited about Bitcoin breaking above the Fibonacci, the 786. So that's cool. So my guy D, high altitude investing as well. Very, very cool. So it's looking like the Bitcoin thing, that 40 to 50% thing, is going to happen later on in the run. Yeah. Later on in the run. So later on when? 60,000, 65,000? I don't know. So in any case, I am going to, looks like I'm going to take a certain part of my dry powder and plan accordingly. So, because it's looking like the window for XRP is going to be that 40 to 45 cents. Yeah, 40 to 45 cents. So it is what it is. We'll see what that looks like. And I think what I'm going to do, honestly, to be honest with you guys, I hope you can hear me. I hope the microphone is not too terrible. I got my headphones in, and I got my headphones in the car, and this car is like totally loud. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. But I may look to, I don't know, we'll see. Like, part of me doesn't want to kind of get into these really, really low cap coins with these low caps with, I'm not certain on the longevity of them. Like, for example, RSR, I'm really confident in the longevity of RSR. I don't know if you would consider Matic low, or I don't know what you would call that, but I'm really confident in holding that for 5 years if I had to hold it. Really confident in RSR if I had to hold it for 5 years, right? VeChain, if I had to hold that for 5 years, right? So we'll see. We'll see if I'll get into these others with some of that dry powder. I don't know. We'll see. Nothing wrong with a little 10x, right? A little 10x. That's so funny. So anyway, that's kind of where I am with that, guys. So I have to kind of pivot. It's looking like it's a 40 to 45 cent is more likely the bottom for XRP than not, right? So percentage-wise, right? 70%. More so of it being the bottom versus it not. So looks like I'm not going to get that 40, below 40 cent XRP. So so I may split up the dry powder, 3 different purchases, and see if I get some below 46 cents. Who knows? It might even be below that as we speak. I don't even know. Last I checked, it was 46.9. That was right around 3 o'clock or so. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, so anyway, that's the deal there. What else did I want to tell you? I told you about BC Backer, and, it's looking like BTC is going to, kind of do its thing sideways, or go up a little bit more and then do its thing sideways. But it's feeling like the alt season is that the alts are really going to now start to begin that march up. Really crazy to see Polygon, which was formerly known as Matic. I mean, it was just 21 cents. Wasn't it 21, 22 cents yesterday? I feel like it was. And now, goodness gracious, it was 30 something cents, right? So, I did take profit all the way up on that thing, because, look, I got it at 1 cent. I got it at 1 cent, and I just wanted to go from 1 to 2 cents, not expecting it to go to 6 or 7. But when I saw it at 6 or 7, I took profit. When I saw it at 11, I took profit. And look, we are already at 21 cents and then 30 something cents. So the last 35% that I have of it, well, actually I have 50% of what I originally had. I'm just going to hold on through to the end of the year. I mean, what else is there to do with it? It really isn't. Hold on to that to the end of the year. Hold on to RSR to the end of the year, and maybe do the whole buyback thing during the bear summer, quote unquote, if we have it. And I'll keep you advised on that if we're going to have that quote unquote bear market summer thing, and fill you guys in on that, right? So we'll see. Miss Crypto Siege and I, we have an obligation to meet in April, first week in April. Yep, first week in April. So, we'll see which digital asset we're going to use to meet that obligation. We'll have to see. I have one in mind. I do have one in mind. So, we'll see how that goes. If I don't have to use crypto and if I can use the dirty, nasty fiat, I will do that, but I'll keep you advised on that as well. So I'm excited about Generational Wealth Wednesday. We're going to talk about gold. We're going to talk about a good book that was recommended to me by Robert Kiyosaki. So I'm going to check that out. We're going to talk about that tonight. Have a good time. Hang out. Make sure you guys grab your favorite libation for sure. And we'll hang out tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time on Generational Wealth Wednesday, guys. Listen, HODL strong. We got 2 to 3 months. 2 to 3 months. Right? 2 to 3 months. And so that's kind of the grind, if you will. It's the grind. So 2 to 3 months is, 2 months is May. We'll see, right? And 3 months obviously takes us into June. So we'll see. We'll see what that's going to look like. BC Backer said, look, this alt run is about, what's 3 weeks to 60 days. So, I mean, it's going to be exciting to watch and see for sure. I wish the timing, I try to time it to kind of do some things differently for the April obligation, but I can't control the market. So I wouldn't say I was trying to timing. I was hoping the market would get going sooner rather than later. So to meet that obligation, but in either case, we'll get it done. And, it's one of our SSI sound saving instruments. So we'll get that obligation met and we will enjoy the run. But the Christmas of 2021, that's what we're looking forward to. The Christmas of 2021. By the way, hey, I know it's winter, but you can always travel abroad and celebrate the run, right? You could always travel abroad to some warm destination and enjoy the run, right? You can always do that. So, all right, guys, listen, thank you so much for hanging out. Never ever forget this. Old money doesn't want you to win, but that's okay though, because we are already winning. All right, guys, I'll see you guys later on tonight. See ya. Bye.